It's a weird one. But I'm gonna be playing Sounds of Her Love. I already started playing, okay? I played an hour and 23 minutes. I think that's what that is. Um, but what happened is that I was going to a new school. I got transferred to Japan, Tokyo, Japan, to a new school. And I bumped into this really cute, dorky girl. And we talked on the phone. Where now and we go. She lended me a book because she likes literature and playing the harp. And this is her, by the way. This is her, by the way. And we're on the weekend. We're gonna go on a quote unquote date. And yeah, that's all you really need to know. This is not what I usually make video or play. I just felt like playing it because I was about to play Doki Doki, but then I got too scared, so I just played an actual dating sim. So, yeah, let's go. I make my way to my room, planning to give Carrie a call once inside. That's her name, by the way. We really need to make an arrangements for our trip, and that's the date I was talking about. Nothing's changed. It's still the same messy state that it always has been in. I'm in my bedroom once again, and shortly I'll be on the phone with Carrie for the second time this week. Just like everything else, my phone is where I left it. I picked it up and find Carrie in my contacts list and proceed with the call. The phone rings as I idly wait for her to pick up.
Hello?
Hello? Subaru? That's my name, by the way, Subaru. Carrie answers the phone as I expected her to. It would be weird if someone else did. I need to get straight to the point. We didn't come to an agreement as to when and where we're going to meet for our trip. All I know is that we're going to the library. Hey Carrie, how are you? I start with a conversation. I start conversing with her. Speaking to her is something I enjoy doing. So when given a chance to embrace the opportunity, I'll certainly take it.
I'm good. What about you?
I'm good. What about you? I'm good too. Especially since I get to speak to her. About our trip, we never made plans, did we?
Oh, I forgot to tell you.
She's so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh. It's okay, really. Any particular day you were planning on going? I realized that I could have asked her tomorrow. Maybe I just wanted to hear her voice once more time today. It's a beautiful melody. Oh,
What about
I know,
Saturday?
right?
Is that fine with you?
Yeah, Saturday is good. What time should we meet?
Could you meet me where we met on the way to school at 10 a.m.?
Certainly. That's settled then. Carrie and I will meet this Saturday. Our Saturdays are entirely free. We follow the British curriculum after all. Some words I say have an accent, so when I say British, doing a little British accent, which is good since we get to do things like this.
I'll lead you there. You just moved here, didn't you?
She's so cute. Oh my gosh. I did. Thanks, Carrie. I appreciate it. I would have followed her anyway. It was her idea to go. Plus, it's Carrie. Why wouldn't I? Some muffled calls of Carrie's name are audible in the background as Carrie remains in silence. She must still be a bit flustered after I thank her.
Sorry, I need to go to dinner. I don't think I'll be able to call you back.
I hear her whimper through the end of the line. I guess she's upset as I'm having to end this call early and abruptly. Don't worry, Carrie. We'll be meeting on the way to school tomorrow, yes?
That's right. I'll see you then.
Subaru. Bye, Carrie.
Bye.
The line goes silent as Carrie hangs up. With that done, I guess I'll have to find something to do. Dude, she's so cute. Oh my gosh, she's so hot too. Sorry. Mother says, Subaru, dinner is ready. There we go. I need to go to dinner too. Both my parents sit at the dinner table, but it seems as if my sister hasn't made her way down yet. Father says, "That girl sure is busy. Doesn't she have any respect? It's dinner time, a wonderful family bonding session." Mother says, "Leave her alone. She's busy with schoolwork. Don't you want her to do well in her studies?" Father says, "I do, yes. You're right, darling." The pair chow down on their sausages and mashed potatoes. I guess my mother cooked some traditional English food today. "Subu, I heard you were having a good time on the phone. Who were you speaking to?" Father says, "It was probably that girl he was talking about earlier. Ain't that right, son?" Subu says, or I say, "You were eavesdropping on me?" Mother says, "I just heard a few things, that's all." Father says, "Well, whatever you were saying, I'm glad you've managed to make it to dinner this time." I say, "Because it's a wonderful bonding session." "That's right, my boy. I'm glad you've finally learned it, unlike someone in this household." Mother says she's doing schoolwork. Oh yeah, I forgot. How this guy manages to run a company, I'll never know. I continue to eat my food as my parents start discussing topics which aren't of any interest to me. My sister eventually makes her way downstairs and sits beside me at the table. Bangers and mash? Again? What's wrong with the traditional English food? I didn't travel there just for the women, you know. My mother laughs at my father's statement. Why can't we have curry? We have curry as often as we have this. I finish up the last of my meal and stand up in order to put my plate in the sink. With that done, I guess I have the rest of my day to do whatever I like. After I finish my homework, anyway, I head towards the stairs again to retreat back up my room. Before I make it, my sister calls out to me. "Subu, can you help me with some questions later?" I don't really want to. Sure thing. I don't really want to, but you know, whatever. Rays of light and the sound of chirping birds entered my room as I pull back my curtain. Outside, the weather isn't anything sort of what I asked for. A beautiful day, something which I can surely enjoy. It's still fairly early, according to the brand new alarm clock sitting on the side of my desk. Getting up at this time would usually give me a sour feeling. However, today I have something to motivate me. The thought of Carrie's silky braids caressing her beautiful rose-tinted cheeks as she waits for me, basking in the sunlight, is wonderful. Lately, she has been an alluring aura, which I can't find myself resisting. I'll be meeting her at 10, but I need to have some time to get ready and spruce myself up. She told me to give her the book today rather than at school. It's been a few days since I mentioned it. I assumed she would have wanted it as early as possible. Perhaps she just wanted things to look forward to. No matter the reason behind it, my fingers tighten around it as I stare down at its cover. She may be excited to receive it, but I'm just as excited to give it to her. I have a huge crush on her, by the way, in the game and in real life. Footsteps well, Kashima's still my waifu, but she's really cute too. But footsteps echo out from behind me as the door to my room opens. I turn around to find my mother standing in the doorway. "You're up early. Is there something special going on today?" "Yeah, I'm meeting someone in town. Didn't Dad tell you?" "No, not that I can remember. If I did, then I didn't pay attention. You know how he gets." I would have thought she would have been pretty interested to hear the details. Anyway, I've just about finished breakfast. You can tell me more about it then. Oh, and wake up your sister too. I just went in there, but she probably went straight back to sleep. It's a Saturday. She can't just let her sleep in. Most other school kids in Japan would kill to have Saturday morning free. We're just lucky since we go to school, which follows the curriculum of another country. Alright. I oblige anyway, just to get my mother out of the room. It still takes me a few minutes to get ready. Even though it's only 8 o'clock, I still want to be set to get straight out of that door to see Carrie as soon as possible. After doing up my shoelaces, I walk out into the hall and give a knock on my sister's bedroom door. Get up. Ugh, fine. The sounds of her bedsheets being tossed about, along with the moans of agony and despair, creep through the crack beside my feet. She really isn't a morning person. Person. At least she's out of bed now. I head back down towards the end of the corridors and approach the descent to the ground floor. Time to have breakfast. Something I rarely do on a Saturday. Yeah, I don't really have breakfast on Saturdays either. Toast. That's what I smell when sitting down at the dinner table, ready to tuck in. It's not the most elegant of dishes. The concept of cooked bread is quite plain. You cannot compare it to its fulfilling traditional English breakfast, but a slice of toast is certainly fine every now and then. My sister soon joins me, scraping the chair across the hardwood floor next to me. She, oh my gosh, these words. Apathetically, I'm not good at reading. She apathetically examines the toast before her, putting it in her mouth soon after. A move which bars her from joining the typical morning commotion. So, Subaru, who are you meeting then? It's that girl you were on about, isn't it? You should really bring her home one of these days. Hell, I don't even know her name. Her name is Carrie Dwin. So I see. My father goes back to eating his toast. However, my mother continues to converse with me. I'm glad you're making more friends, Subu. As if she's couldn't make me sound like any more of a loner. Oh yeah, son, did you remember to pack that book I gave you? Of course I did. That's my boy. A quick glance at the clock on the wall tells me it's approaching 9:45. I ought to set off. I don't have to leave this early since it's only a short walk away from my house. However, getting to see Carrie for just a little bit longer will probably do me some good. I bet she'll be there early too. I wave goodbye to my parents, both of whom continue to eat their breakfast and discuss trivial topics which don't necessarily concern me. A cold breeze meets my face as I open the door and step out into the world. Soon enough in my sight, I catch Carrie's blonde braids swaying softly in the wind as she twiddles with her thumbs and waits for me. She hasn't noticed me approaching yet, but she soon will. I don't think I'll be able to cover her eyes and surprise her. As I approach her, something weird is made apparent. She is still wearing her school uniform, even though it's a Saturday. I have to admit, it does look good on her, but I was hoping to see her wearing something casual. Maybe I should ask her about it. She turns her head in towards my direction and finally takes notice of me, looking visibly startled, even though I'm still nowhere near her yet. My hand glides through the wind as I wave to her, slowly but surely making my way beside her. Hey, Carrie.
Hello?
Hello, Supo. How long have you been waiting for? I knew she would arrive before me, but I wouldn't want her to have waited for too long.
Oh, not long.
That's good. She could just be saying that to make me less concerned, but I'll trust her.
Shall we get going then?
Yes, please. I'm sorry. She's so cute. Carrie takes the initiative, and I give her a truthful response. Yes, I'd love to. Carrie blushes at my answer. I really do want to go on this trip with her. Wait, Carrie. I'm not really sure whether this is a good time to give it to her, but it's agonizing to keep waiting. I really want her to have it. I have something to give you. Pulling the book out of my coat, I present it to Carrie in a similar fashion as she presented hers to me. Maybe not in such in a passionate way, but the passion is certainly there within my fingertips. Carrie stands still, taking aback. She curiously peers towards the book, reaching out and tracing it with the tip of her index finger. She softly brushes mine, in the process going red after the surface of our fingers meet one another.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Oh my gosh, so hot. You don't have to apologize. Oh my gosh, she's so dorky and I love that. She looks up towards me and she's so shy. Sorry. She looks up towards me and our eyes meet. Her irids shimmer in the morning light, which are too soon diverted back towards the book within my hands.
Can I really have this?
Of course, it's a present. You can keep it. Carrie tightens her fingers around the book, once again brushing her smooth skin against mine. This time she doesn't apologize. However, she can't help but blush once more as her cheeks bloom like a rose in the spring.
How did you know I liked this offer?
Well, they wrote the book you gave me before. It was quite worn, so I assumed you've read it multiple times. Anyway, let's get going. We wouldn't want to miss the train.
You're right.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Okay. Carrie and I walk towards the train station side by side. In a way, she's acting as my guide as I still don't know my way around. I can't help but take a few glances at her whenever possible. She herself does the same, peering towards me from time to time. Dude, she's so cute and dorky and shy. I love that. The trip into the city wasn't long, but it was enjoyable. Carrie and I didn't converse much, but it wasn't as if either of us was uninterested in the other. An enjoyable silence. Not awkward silence, an enjoyable silence. Carrie takes me through the city, trying to stay close to me as she can. Despite her taking the lead, it's confusing, sure, but I wouldn't be the one to argue against it.
We're almost there.
She continues to weave through the urban sprawl as we make our way towards the library she had planned on visiting. The way she walks is quite cute in its own way as she takes small, dainty strides, making light footsteps which tap quietly against the pavement. Finally, she stops and turns towards me, almost making me bump into her.
Sorry.
Oh, she's so cute. She looks visibly upset about the ordeal, so I calm her down as always. It's alright, Carrie.
Okay. Anyway, we're here now.
I look to my left to see a modern building with signage designating it as the town's public library. The exterior is fairly clean, so perhaps it is newly built.
I preferred the old one. The stonework was pretty. Though, this one is good too.
Carrie gives me her thoughts on the building, confirming my suspicions on the date of construction. It's no surprise, urban areas are always changing. Shall we go inside?
Sure.
Jeez, so cute.
You should have brought your uniform. They give discounts to students.
Oh, that's why. Okay. So that's why she's wearing it. Certainly, it'd be simpler for her to say she is a student anyway. Though pretending to be a regular high schooler on the Japanese curriculum works too, even though she looks far from it. I wasn't planning on buying any books anyway. Even if I wanted one, I'd take it out on a lease anyway. As a pair, we make our way inside the building. We are greeted to the warmth of the heating, alongside the traditional smell of books you'd expect it in a library.
I just want to look around. I probably won't get anything. I have the one you gave me after all.
Carrie's cheeks glow a bright shade of crimson as she states the fact to me. Maybe the actual fact of the matter is that she wasn't planning on going to the library and she just wanted to invite me out. Well, it's a possibility. I'd want to do more with her, but just coming here is enough. Seeing her cute demeanor on the weekend is a treat in of itself. The two of us scrolled through the library together, with Carrie taking me between the bookshelves as we scanned for anything that might pique her interest. I can't help but watch her eyes dart from shelf to shelf as she looks keenly at the covers of each book. She finally reaches out towards something and gracefully clasps the book within her grasp. Found something?
It's a book about gardening. I like flowers, so I thought it would become another hobby.
How many hobbies does this girl have?
We could get going now if you'd like. I can't find any books that would top the one you gave me.
Oh my gosh, she said my book's so good. Oh my gosh. Okay. Chill. Carrie shoots me a smile, one which pierces my heart. She guides me towards a digital checkout in which she swipes the book and places it within a bag. It's strange to think that even libraries have self-service nowadays. The world sure is changing.
Shall we go then?
Yes, let's. Side by side, Carrie and I walk out the library. Both the books in her bag cause it to sway as she takes step after step. We come to find ourselves outside of the library since neither of us had really planned on doing anything afterwards.
My horoscope said today would be a good day.
It is a very good day. Your horoscope? For some reason, Carrie brings up her horoscope. Not that I mind, but it's a pretty abstract topic to bring out of the blue. Well, was it?
It was.
Oh my gosh! Carrie eagerly exclaims the fact, causing herself to blush alongside her. I also go red. I would never have thought that I could have brought so much satisfaction to someone. When is your birthday anyway, Carrie? I ask her simply because I want to know more about her. If I don't know her birthday, how am I supposed to get her a present? Bro, I'd give her presents every day.
My birthday? September 3rd. I'm a Virgo.
That's so cute. So her birthday wasn't even that long ago. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. When's yours?
She wants to know my birthday as well? I may as well tell her. Oh, tell her my birthday? Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna put my real birthday, cause number 16th of April. That's my actual birthday, guys. Is that right? My birthday is on the 16th of April.
Oh, I'll add it to the calendar on my phone.
Speaking of phones, I really need a contact picture for Carrie. Well, I just want a photo of her, but still. Dude, yes. Yes, please. Carrie, can I take a photo of you for your contact picture? Actually, if you look on my stream and you look above me, it's a photo of her. Like above myself. Like if you look at the stream and scroll up, you'll see Carrie. So, she's really cute. Just saying. What? Oh my gosh, she's so... Carrie looks shocked at the statement and moves herself back slightly, but it doesn't stop me from bringing my phone up and taking the shot. Her expression in the photo isn't a happy one, but she still looks pretty cute. I'll keep it.
I don't like having my photo taken.
Yeah, same. Come on, you look good in it. Turning my phone screen face to Carrie, I show her the photo. She still doesn't look particularly happy about it, but I don't think she's angry.
All right, I'll let you keep it. But
Thanks.
only because it's you.
Aw, thanks, Carrie. Her statement takes me aback. Carrie herself seems pretty composed about it, albeit blushing slightly. Anyway, is there any else you'd like to do?
Anything else? I'm not sure. Have you got any ideas?
Well, I asked her since I couldn't really come up with anything myself. Though, with a bit of thought, it shouldn't be that hard to find something to do. Have a look in town, go home. Heck no, we ain't going home. Brother, not with this cutie patootie, kawaii, dorky, nerdy hunk of hotness. No. No. We're gonna look around town. How about we have a look around town for a bit? I wouldn't want to go home early. Carrie nods her head in agreement, making her reddened cheeks more noticeable.
Me neither.
We walk together, heading away from the library without a sense of direction. We'll end up somewhere. Both of us just want to spend more time with each other. With the other. Carrie's braids rest over her shoulders, brushing against her body as each luxuriant strands give gleams in the sunlight. It is a nice sight, but I do wonder what she would like with her hair down. Yeah, I wonder. Time flows forward as Carrie and I wander through the town together at a temperate pace. We look within the windows of stores and occasionally make comments on what we see. Carrie slows to a halt as we stroll by the other store. This is the first store that I've gotten her this mesmerized, so I turn to face the store as well. A music store? Carrie stares at the building as if enchanted by its aura. By the looks of it, it's been here quite a while. It is a traditional sign and printed glass which has worn over the years. Sorry for my reading. I'm like, don't read books often. I'm gonna actually start reading more. This has gotten me to read more, literally. Beyond the glass, though, is the thing I can only assume Carrie is fascinated by. She takes steps forward towards the window, closing herself in on it. Her palms meet the glass as she touches the window, almost in awe. Behind it sits a large, gold-trimmed harp. The polish on the wood mirrors Carrie's enthralled face as it stands before us grandiosely, I'm probably saying these wrong, staring back at her. You can play the harp, can't you? Carrie moves her face away from the glass, turning to me, whilst still maintaining her upbeat expression, one of pure happiness.
I'm glad you remember. But
I always
wasn't
remember.
looking at the harp.
You weren't?
No, the gramophone on the level below it. I've never seen one before.
To think she was this enthralled by a piece of outdated technology when there is a best-looking harp I've ever seen sitting right before her. I'm not going to blame her for it though.
The harp I own, it's much grander than that one.
How rich is this girl? Sure, you need money to get into our school, but a harp like that, it's bound to cost thousands. Carrie and I turn around with her seemingly satisfied with the amount of gramophone exposure she has received. A brief glance at my watch tells me it's getting pretty late. Despite wanting to stay with Carrie for longer, I wouldn't want to worry my parents either. If my dad calls me, he might ask to speak to her if he can tell me she's there. Carrie, it's getting pretty late. Shall we head home?
Okay.
With that, two of us walk together towards the same station as we arrived at. Carrie seems as happy as I am, though this trip with her lips still curled softly into a smile as we as the setting sun shines upon her. So cute, so kawaii. The sky is noticeably darker than before as we walk through the street where we first met. Today certainly was enjoyable, both of us finding satisfaction just by being with each other. Bro, date is ending. You know what happens at the end of the day? Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Carrie looks at me with a blush. My guess is that she's probably not going to ask me something.
Would you like to come
Oh,
to
she's
my
going
house
to
for
ask me
dinner?
something. Suru, would you like to come to my house for dinner? Oh my gosh, she's asking me. Okay, calm down, calm down. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Dude, I can never get a girlfriend in real life, so this is really great for me. She's inviting me to her house? That's a pretty bold thing to ask. Technically, we did just go on a date, but in reality, it was more of a trip to the library as friends. This, though, I don't know what to say. Carrie probably doesn't realize its forwardness herself. That, or I'm overcomplicating it. Is having dinner at her house really such an abstract concept to me? Maybe going with her on this trip has given me a few thoughts I didn't have before. Either way, I can't just go over there without me asking my parents first. Pulling out my phone, I give Carrie my answer. Sure. Let me just tell my parents where I'll be. Carrie gives me a nod as I wait for someone to pick up the other end of the line. My house isn't even that far from here, so I could just walk in and told them. This, though, is easier despite its costing money. I'm calling my sister? Why would I do that? Unexpectedly, my sister answers in the place of either my mother or father. Sis, where's mom and dad? They've gone out to dinner. They never told me anything about that. Well, will you be fine on your own? I'll be out for a bit too. Sister says, yeah, I'll get to play my music extra loud. I said, just don't disturb the neighbors, okay? Don't worry, I won't. I'll tell mom and dad that you've gone somewhere with a girl, okay? She ends her sentence with a laugh, even though I really am going somewhere with a girl. Alright, whatever. I'll see you later. Sure. She hangs up the phone before I can, leaving me holding my phone next to my ear listening to silence. The warmth of my pockets greets my hand as I put away, turning to face Carrie, who is still observing me intently. Okay, let's pause it right there. I'm gonna still continue. I'm still streaming. Those of you guys watching, thank you. But I'm gonna stop the recording right now, and then you guys are gonna watch part 2, okay? I'm not gonna actually wait a couple days. I'm gonna probably upload all of them at the same time, but I'm just gonna stop the recording for now, okay? And then we're gonna go again, okay? So yeah, watch part 2. I'll be right back.